Hi guys, I'm live. How you guys doing? I just wanted to say that rant. I want to kind of introduce a new saying in my channel. It's kind of a sub saying. It's not the main saying. It's not like health is the new wealth or peace, love, and rock and roll. But it's a small saying that I just want to introduce. That my channel is authentic and well, let's say authentic in content and intent. It's authentic in content and intent. That's what kind of a sub saying I just thought of this morning. And what I mean by that, or at least an example of that, is when I do content, I mean what I'm saying and I feel it, or I don't do it, whether it's playing or math or frisbee or talking. And intent, the reason it's authentic and intent is I don't do videos for nefarious reasons. I don't do video just because it's time to, or because I need more views or more money for more views, or I had any other external reason other than loving you guys, my fans, and wanting to share my life and myself with you. It's never, I just got to do a video because I have to. It's time, and they're waiting, and money's coming, and it's never that. It's not. It's authentic in content and intent. And an example of that is I just woke up this morning, but then again, I wake up almost every morning, LOL. But I just don't feel like doing a jam right now. I don't feel like the intent would be wrong. It would be like I'm doing it because I'm forced to, or because I just want to get another set of views. And so I'm not doing a jam right now. In fact, it's shower day, so I'm going to get in the shower soon. That might be one reason I don't feel like it's time to do a jam. But even if it weren't shower day, if I don't feel it, if I don't feel, passion for what I'm doing, whether it's a jam or calculus lesson or whatever, I don't do it. Hence, authentic and intent. And in content, same thing. If I've many times, by many I mean several, gone live and done things in front of you guys I've never done in my life. I learned Bohemian Rhapsody in front of you guys. I proved Euler's theorem, not theorem, but Euler's formula in front of you guys. I proved that the derivative of the sine of x is the cosine of x in front of you guys. I played left-handed guitar for the first time in front of you guys, with a pick, that is, meaning just a left-handed guitar, no right-handed guitar as well. And things like that. I put myself out there. I put myself at risk. I put myself out on a limb a lot of the time because that's what makes it feel fresh, exciting, and original. And I like it. I like that approach rather than let me study it, let me figure it out, and I wrote music out in front of you guys on staff paper for not the first time ever, but that's a unique thing to me, a new thing that you guys have seen me do. Almost all that I've done of that, writing music just from my head on the staff paper. So there's that too. I mean what I do, and I do things for a good reason, in my belief. And that's why my channel is authentic in content and intent. So a little saying I just thought of for my channel. And I want to give a shout out to the moderator. I have a feeling the studio is almost done, and the new Raderator is almost done. I want to give a shout out to him. Hi, Moderator. I'm looking forward to recording and even getting paid for it. Might save my house, LOL. My bills aren't adding up. The money isn't adding up, and I'm behind. But the studio work might help if I get paid, for my work in the studio. That it could end up saving my house, and at least me owning it, or whatever. The house will still be here. I just might, you guys get that, I think. So I appreciate that, moderator. And hats off to Gal for helping me with suggestions in my channel. She also gives a lot of suggestions for me. I'm too close to the problem sometimes, and she has a way of just seeing it just a little more from more of a bird's eye view than me, and she can tell me what to do, and maybe in a way that it might be better than if I just do it on my own. So thank you. And one more third shout out. Shout out to a dude, I don't even know his name. He bought me a soda at the other day at Del Taco, yesterday at Del Taco. I didn't have the money for it, and he bought me a soda. He even asked if I wanted medium or large. I said, since you're asking, I got large. But we started talking, and just from across the eating area, and I got a tip from him that I never would have gotten. I don't think I don't ever would have gotten this from anybody. His dad sings the Star Spangled Banner at baseball games and things, so his dad knows about music and or is in music, singing and this and that. And he said that when I told him I played left-handed, I'm going to give you guys this tip. You guys are going to get the tip I got. You guys get what I get. See that? I'm being authentic. He said, well, I told him I was playing left-handed now sometimes. And he said, well, do you pick up only? I mean, do you pick down like you do right-handed only when you play left-handed? And or do you reverse the pick strokes? I said, no, I do it like I do it like I do right-handed. I go down as my main stroke and up as a secondary stroke, even though, he said, but Kurt Cobain of Nirvana played left-handed, but he reversed the stroke too. He did a lot of upstrokes. So he was tuned left-handed like I do, but he did upstrokes with his left hand rather than downstrokes. And that's how he got a lot of his sound. That's why people can't sound like him. I thought about it and it hit me. Oh my God, that's it. Like in Lithium, where I'm going, it's a different sound. To pick up strokes, whether it's left-handed or right-handed, changes a little too, but you play the way you play. But if you go you're going to get a different sound, and that's what he did. And that's why no one sounds like him. That's why, and people haven't figured that out, what he did. And he emphasized the upstroke, and it hit me. I mean, he said it, so obviously it wasn't too hard for it to hit me. He gave me the clue, but I get it. It was a lot of upstrokes. That he wasn't strumming from the heavy strings to the high strings. It was from the high strings to the low strings. Gave a descending type of feel when he strummed rather than an ascending feel. Maybe it had to do with the darkness and the gloominess of grunge, which he started. Everyone else just picked up on it, but Kurt started it in my book. Fuck you, Eddie. All these other guys, Vedder and whatever came up after him, they just took his wing and wrote on it. But Kurt did grunge, and everyone else just copied him. But that was his trick. Upstrokes. I haven't even tried it yet. I haven't even played guitar since then. I haven't even played guitar. Maybe that's why I'm not doing a jam yet. Maybe I'm integrating that into my head before I play again. Like if I want to sound like Kurt, you do upstrokes. Never would have got that in my life if he hadn't told me, this dude that somehow knew that about Kurt and bought me a soda because I didn't have the money for one. So dude, I appreciate it, and I'm going to do, and I intend on doing something with that, time to sound like Kurt now, and I'm giving it to you guys too. Please note that I don't just keep secrets and keep it, I'll just keep that as my, I tell you guys too, I was that guy that only thought of myself and my success in college. And when I dropped out of college, I left that. I don't do that anymore. And I've done that, but I don't do that. If I get an idea, eventually, if not immediately, it goes to you guys too. And I figured a thing. I figured a thing out about the circle. See, there's a saying in Chinese philosophy: you can't learn without teaching, and you can't teach without learning. Or another way of putting it is, learning and teaching, you can't do one without doing the other. And by laying out the circle of fists to you guys yesterday on the walk, I actually figured something out about it that's really cool that I wouldn't have figured out that I figured out from teaching it to you guys because it helped me to learn it, to teach it. And I think it's a cool thing. You guys want to hear it? Yeah, why not? So you have the circle of fists and you have the chromatic scale. Let's look at it that way. Chromatic scale is C, C sharp, D, E flat, E, F, F sharp, G, A flat, A, B flat, B, C. Circle of fifths is C, G, D, A, E, B, F sharp, D flat, A flat, E flat, B flat, F, C. Okay, so that's one way of looking. One way of using all 12 notes is this chromatic scale. It can be up. It can be done either way. It can also be mirrored. And the circle of fifths, same thing. Well, I always got hung up around 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock on the circle of fifths. 6 o'clock's okay. That's just the tritone. From 12 to 6 would be C to F sharp or C to G flat. For some reason, I get that pretty well, but the right to the sides of the tritone always hung me up. You got a B or a C flat at 5 o'clock, and you got a C sharp or a D flat at 7 o'clock. If you count the circle of fifths like a clock, and C is 12 o'clock. Never had my head around that. Like, oh my God, that's a weird area of the circle of fifths for me. But here's how I look at it now. If you go up a fifth to C, from C to G, and then do a tritone from G, you get a minor second or minor ninth, depending on how you look at that. Because if you can think of that on the guitar, you go up a fifth. If you go a tritone up, you get a minor ninth. If you go a tritone down, you get a minor second above the root, and that's why 7 o'clock is a minor second or half step up. And that makes perfect sense to me. Now that I thought about that after teaching to you guys, that came to me. Go the other direction to F, that's up a fourth or down a fifth, and then do a tritone away from F, you get B. That's a major seventh above the root or half step below the C, if C is the 12 o'clock. And that makes sense. Look at a guitar. If you go up a fourth and down a tritone, takes you down a half step. If you go up a fourth and up a tritone, that puts you up a major seventh. So that I get the geometry of that 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock position now that I didn't have until I talked to you guys. It helped clarify it to me. Now I get that. The up a fifth, up or down a tritone is a half step up. Down a fourth, up or down a tritone is half step down. That's why 5 o'clock is down a half step, and 7 o'clock is up a half step. In fact, you can do this. I saw this in a guitar world or guitar player or guitar for the practicing musician article in like 1995. So this is not original thought. I'm just documenting that. Sorry, I didn't think of this, but you can think of the 12-pointed star converts from the chromatic scale back and forth to the circle of fifths, if you want to look at it that way. If you take a C and you go C, 7 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 1 o'clock or something. Maybe I goofed. Yeah. Well, anyway, if you go make a 12-pointed star on the chromatic scale, you get a circle of fifths. If you make a 12-pointed star on the circle of fifths, you get a chromatic scale. It's one good way of looking at it. Let me try it again. Put my thinking hat on. Chromatic scale. So it's C, C sharp, D, E flat, E, F, F sharp, D flat, A flat, E flat, B flat, F. Dude, wait. C, C sharp, D, E flat, E, F, F sharp, G, A flat, A, B flat, B, C, and do a 12-pointed star. You should get a circle of fifths. Let's see if that's true. I'm gonna do it in my head here. C, that's C is 1 o'clock. 7 o'clock is C sharp. 2 o'clock is D. 9 o'clock is A. 4 o'clock is E. 11 o'clock is B. 6 o'clock is F sharp. 1 o'clock is D flat. 8 o'clock is A flat. 3 o'clock is E flat. 10 o'clock is B flat. And then 10 o'clock, did I do that wrong? Wait, no, maybe not. B flat. Then, and then 5 o'clock is F, and then back to C, which is 12 o'clock. Okay, I did it right that time. Ugh. So that was making a 12-pointed star on the chromatic scale to make a circle of fifths, and it does the other way too. If you take a circle of fifths and do a 12-pointed star, you get a chromatic scale. Should I dare try that in my head? Because that part was right, what I did with chromatic scale, that took a chromatic scale to a circle of fifths. So let's try it. Why not? All I can do is blow it, right? So 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock, it's C, G, D, A, E, B, F sharp, D flat, A flat, E flat, B flat, F, C. Now I'm going to do a 12-pointed star, should give you a chromatic scale. 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock is C, 7 o'clock is D flat, 2 o'clock is D, 9 o'clock is E flat, and then 4 o'clock is E, and then 11 o'clock is F, and then F, right? 11, and then 6 o'clock is F sharp. 1 o'clock is G. 8 o'clock is A flat. 3 o'clock is A. And then 10 o'clock is B flat, and then 5 o'clock is B, and 12 o'clock is C. So, I did it. So if you take a chromatic scale, start on C at the top, or any note really, it just depends on what note you want to start on, and you do a 12-point star, you get a chromatic scale. I mean, you get a circle of fifths from a chromatic scale. If you take a circle of fifths and do a 12-point star on that, you get a chromatic scale back and forth. Beautiful geometry there, kind of, to me. You can take a 12-pointed star, and it either goes from the chromatic scale to the circle of fifths, or backwards from the circle of fifths to the chromatic scale. That 12-point star converts it. I think that's cool. And something in the article I was reading in 1995 also said maybe we should do away with key signatures in this case. Maybe instead of having all these key signatures, like I'm in the key of C, I'm in the key of B, just have no key signatures and just write the sharp or flat out on the staff that you want. Make it all like you're in the key of C, but you can play all 12 notes equally. That's like a rhyme, right? That never picked up, but who knows? Who knows what it'll be in 100 years? And now I may be documenting it I'm going to be a Rick Beato. I guarantee no one's thought of that but me on YouTube. Whatever, Rick. I'm not going to say that, but it sounds like maybe a cool new thing for the future. We may one day get tired of all these key signatures and just write the note you want. Whether it be flat, sharp, or natural, just write on the staff and make it all in the key of C, technically, rhyme, but you can play all 12 notes. You're not trying to be in the key of C and only play natural notes, but you can play the flat notes or the sharp notes or if you want double sharps or double flats, even though I find those very obtuse, but sometimes you need them, like for the enigmatic mode, sometimes things like that. And sometimes harmonic minors in weird keys. Like if you're in E flat harmonic minor or something, you might have a double flat somewhere. I don't know. I'm not going to work it out right now, but I might be, something like that. Maybe if you do a harmonic minor in A sharp minor or something, you might have a double sharp here and there. Anyway, this has been it's been an enjoyable rant for me. I was just ranting, got a new saying. My channel is authentic in content and intent. Love you guys. Peace, love, and rock and roll.